Hello friends and loved ones, welcome once again to OBAAPA'S recipes. Today's video I'm going to show you how I make the perfect yellow rice and tasty fish vegetable stew. Yes, this is the perfect recipe for this Easter and I know your family will enjoy it. So come with me and let's start cooking. Alright friends, so to get started you need fish. You can use any fish of your choice. You can use tilapia or snapper or even mackerel. Alright friends, so after we cut our fish, we just place them in this clean bowl and I'm gonna add some salt in here and we're gonna season it, and after that we're gonna leave it aside for about 10 minutes. Alright friends, so on this side I have here my onion, garlic, ginger and pepper. And I'm going to blend it into a very smooth consistency. That's what we're going to use to prepare our sauce. Yeah. Alright, so on this side, I just washed my tomatoes, looking nice and clean, and it's so fresh. And this is Roma tomatoes. This one does not contain a lot of water, so if you're making stew, I prefer you use Roma tomatoes because that is the best. Alright, so after you cut your tomato, just go ahead and cut your red bell peppers. I really love bell peppers. I added them whenever I make my stew. Yeah, so just go ahead and cut them into small sizes. And then we have here large onion. You're gonna dice them up as well. And this is what we're gonna use to make our stew. And of course, I have here some washed carrots and green peppers on the side. Alright, so let's start frying our fish. Alright, so I'm using coconut oil. You know how much I really love coconut oil. We're gonna use that to fry this fish, okay? But you can use any vegetable oil or you can use any preferred oil of your choice. But coconut oil is very healthy for you and it can take a high heat as much as possible comparing to other oil in the market. Next, I'm adding my herb spices right here. That is rosemary and bay leaves. And go ahead and fry your fish until it is brown, then you know that it is done. Like we all know how to fry perfect fish. Don't tell me at this time who named the way fish. Of course you know how to fry fish, right? Okay, so after your fish is done, let's go ahead and get our stove set up to a medium heat and we're gonna start preparing our sauce. So I have my cooking pot right here, and friends, I'm using the same oil that I used to prepare the fish. It has a very nice stock and deliciousness flavor in there, so I'm not gonna throw it away. So I just added my onion and I'm gonna let it fry for about 1 minute. Okay, so after 1 minute, go ahead and add your blended ginger, garlic, onion and pepper, and please, in a low heat, allow this to cook for about 7 minutes or so you can no longer see any water consistency in there. So after that, just go ahead and add in your fresh diced tomatoes, and I'm gonna add my red bell pepper as well, and I'm gonna leave on to cook. Yes, so I prefer to cook this first because I want my peppers to feel really soft when I cook it. That is my preference, but if you like your bell peppers cooked on the crunchy side, just feel free and do so. So cover this and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Alright, so let's start preparing our rice. So I have here my ground turmeric. This stuff right here is very healthy for you and I really love it. Especially when I make stew or when I make rice, I use this all the time. But if you don't have this, you can use curry powder. So I'm adding about 1 teaspoon of turmeric and I just stir them up, and I just add my salt as well. So let's go ahead and get your rice ready. You can use any preferred rice. I just washed my mandi basmati rice right here and I'm using about 2 cups, and that is what I am going to cook. So make sure that you stir everything really well until you see that beautiful yellowish color. Then you know that in fact this rice is going to come out really beautiful. So I have here my boiled water. I am adding about 3 cups in there and that should be perfect. Next, I have here some broken thin spaghetti that I'm gonna add it. I'm a lover of spaghetti. I always add them like in everything that I cook. My rice, I just love spaghetti. Just go ahead and add it in this rice and then cover it and have it steamed. Okay, while our rice is on the stove, let's go ahead and check our stew. So I'm gonna be adding here my tomato sauce. If you don't have this kind of tomato sauce, you can use tomato paste. You can use about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, and that will be perfect. Next, I have here my spices. It's all natural. You can use any spices of your choice, okay? And just go ahead and stir your stew. Make sure that it doesn't burn. It's cooking nice and it smells so amazing. All right, friends, so this is the stew that you don't just want to miss out, okay? So after you stir, just cover it back again and have it cook for about 20 minutes. All right, so back to our rice. It's looking so delicious. Look at how the color is. I'm just in love with this rice. It came out so perfect, you know, like everything is on point. It is not done yet. It needs to cook a little bit more, you know. So I'm just gonna stir them up and make sure that everything is incorporating together, and then cover it back on again and have it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then your rice will be ready. In fact, aduane dem say aya kono ankasa. So let's go and check our sauce. So it's looking very nice. It is almost done. So you know how much I like my curry powder and my nutmeg. So I'm adding them in here with these spices you can find from Ghana, wherever you are. In the African shop, they sell this everywhere. So I just add my carrots and some salt in there and just go ahead and stir them up. Make sure that everything is cooking slowly and everything is coming out so nice. That's how we want it. All right, friends, so this stew will be done in 15 minutes. So go ahead and add your green bell pepper and then stir them up, and then just go ahead and throw all your fried fish in there. You know, I like, you know, the stew to absorb the fish and, you know, come out so juicy and so crunchy as well. But if you prefer not to add all your fish in there, that is absolutely fine. You can add your fish when you serve with your rice, okay? All right, friends, so I'm just gonna garnish this with a little bit of dry rosemary, just a little, not a lot, okay? You know, it gives the stew a very nice taste, okay? That's what I'm adding in here. All right, so our stew is actually done. Everything looks so delicious. So just go ahead and serve it with your yam, your rice, your kenkey, your banku, you know, your gari, anything that you want to eat this with. Just go ahead and serve this food with. All right, so today, as you all can see, our rice is done. It's looking so delicious. You see the color, it's like a breathtaking. Everything came out so perfect. That is how we like it, okay? That's the way we like it. And look at that sauce right there. Into such stew, we say okondo bini. Yes, I know you want to try this. This Easter, this is the perfect fish stew that you can eat for lunch or dinner, okay? And the ingredient is so easy to find. It's so simple to make. That is what we all love. Don't eat outside this Easter, okay? Make everything fresh, and homemade is always the best. All right, thank you so much, friends. This is how I prepare my perfect yellow rice and fish stew. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, please don't forget to share for me, and don't forget to like. If you have any comments, feel free and do so. Until I come your way, stay safe, stay joyful, and have a blessed Easter.